So let's just load up the script on this new teleprompter. Welcome to another episode of The Roundup, the greatest show ever created thanks to the brilliant and totally unique vision of our producers, Cam and Luke. Really, dude?
Okay, yeah. You're right. That is perhaps a little misleading. Let me change something real quick.
Welcome to another episode of The Roundup, the greatest show ever created, and it's all thanks to our editor, Kat, as well as myself. Glitter explosion. Thanks. That's way better. Week 2 is in the books for North America, so let's dig in and see how it all shook out. Well, this is a real era of everyone moment, isn't it? Reconic Esports is back with a vengeance, and they managed to defeat Obey Alliance. And in case you missed last week's roundup, Obey is the CMG roster from last season. West Coast found Vatra Gaming in the semifinals and came out on top with a 2-1 victory over the returning powerhouse team from last season. That put Reconic and West Coast in the finals, a first for both teams so far in the season. Let's check out that game and see who claimed Cup 3. The finals kicked off with gem grab, and Reconic wasted no time getting that gem count up, forcing West Coast to aggressively take control of mid to stay in the game. Once they had finally evened the count, West Coast sensed an opportunity to attack. Nando got aggressive on the right side just as Shine rushed into a 2v1 versus Nathan and Alianis. Heroically, he won the overmatch to steal away all of the red team's gems. Nando was simply too low health to pursue Shine into the left side brush, and the red team just had to hold their side of the map to take game 1 17-1. Reconic responded in game 2 by taking mid control for themselves, leaving West Coast split as Shine tried to flank, but it proved ineffective as Alianis hit a sublime magic hand onto Chepo, the red team gem carrier. In that instant, Reconic took control of the game. West Coast scrambled to mount an attack, but it was just too late for them to get into position. Their offense fell apart, leaving the blue team to claim the victory in game 2 with a smooth 15-1. The decider looked like a one-sided affair as Reconic once again took mid control and effectively shut down Shine's flank. Needing just one gem to start the countdown, Reconic overextended a little into mid, and Chepo leapt at the opportunity to give Shine an opening on the left side. Shine was good for the double kill, but Nando barely managed to escape with all of the blue team gems in his pocket. Sometimes, all you can do is just try again. Shine must have been thinking the same thing because he went for the solo flank again, and this time it was an absolute masterpiece. He picked up a double and almost got the triple before Nathan took him out. Then, Reconic made a curious choice. They pushed off the spawn, but left all their gems behind. So, guess what Shine did? Yup, he solo pushed the left side yet again, and this time found a big old pile of gems waiting for him. The countdown started with a 14-1 score favoring red, forcing blue to battle on two fronts just to stay in the game. It was a display of superior teamwork, and Shine really shone bright like a diamond, as his name suggests. Nathan barely managed to reset the countdown, but Shine was there once again to battle the entire blue squad. With nowhere left to run, Reconic fell apart on the retreat, and West Coast won the decider with a crushing 24-0 count. Set 2 was bouncy, and it also came down to a deciding round. Reconic was making strong strategic decisions, but West Coast just had the mobility and momentum to stay one step ahead. With Chepo living on their flanks and holding the blue star, by the way, it was just impossible for Reconic to do much in this game. As the clock ticked down, the blue team found themselves completely surrounded and short on stars. West Coast showcased superior teamwork yet again and claims the Cup 3 crown for themselves with a well-earned 2-0 victory. After a performance like that, we just had to catch up with Shine and get his take on the team's performance in Cup 3 and what he attributes his team's success to.
Well, for that cup, we actually didn't know who was going to be there because Alec apparently couldn't play that day, and then Minwoo also couldn't play that day, so he had to get home from school really fast. So I just was worried about getting DQ'd at the start, but eventually Minwoo was able to come home. We played with Alec he was a bot for a whole round because his Wi-Fi is so bad at work. But after that, when Minwoo was home, we did a lot better. Some would say we got like a fortunate bracket, and I guess it was, but we still had to beat Vatra, which is a very good team, and Reconic, which is a solid team as well. Regarding our placement in the cups, I mean, I know if we don't get top 4 in this one, then we'll just make it in the next one, so it's not really such a big deal. Level 4, I think we scrimmed good teams a lot less. Now that we've been scrimming better teams, I think it definitely helps. STMN's been scrimming us a lot more, and they're definitely a very good team to practice against. We need an org, and I appreciate all of our supporters.
Well, if there are any talent scouts watching, you should really jump on that opportunity. But we still have one more cup to cover, so let's dive in. Reconic made it back into the top 4, but they faced off against Tribe Gaming, a team who everyone considers to be the best in North America. Tribe took that series 2-0. The second semifinal match was Vatra Gaming. And wait, is there an issue with the graphic here? There's a team named Team. Oh, nope. Apparently that's just their name. Who is this brand new team finishing top 4 in one of the toughest contests in North America? Remember the real ones from season 1? Well, that team is no more, but Slash and Lukey Bear stayed together. They joined forces with Crying Man, who you may recognize from the World's 2019 Tribe roster or his IX Gaming days. The 3 of them formed Team. Still weird to say, but it's a pretty star-studded roster, so let's see how they fared versus Vatra. The Cup 4 semis kicked off with Brawl Ball, and if you've been following Vatra for any amount of time, you know how incredible they are in this game mode. Team got to witness it firsthand last week. Game 1 was a 2-0 for Vatra, bringing us to this Game 2. It was almost like watching a replay of the first game. The way Vatra took complete control of the pitch and forced Blue to hide in their goal for the majority of this match. Eventually, Team's defensive line proved insufficient for the task, and Vatra rolled in another 2-0 win to take set 1. Set 2 was Gem Grab. Now, take a second and guess how many more gems the blue team gets from here. No rush. We'll wait. Keep in mind, it's versus Vatra, a highly skilled team. If you guessed -2 gems, you got it. That's right. Vatra completely shut them down in the second set. This is the second game, and it really showcased how dominant Vatra is and how difficult it can be for a new squad to come in and compete at the highest level. We will definitely be keeping an eye out this week for Team because that roster is super strong on paper. But for now, let's focus on Vatra versus Tribe in the Cup 4 finals. The match began with Hot Zone, and we know Vatra must have been feeling amazing after that 2-0 in the semis. They were facing Tribe, however, and that's always going to be a challenge. This second game was somewhat under control for Vatra right until Tyrant and Easy Livy launched into the zone to help Zulon clear it out. This was a huge turning point in the game, and Tribe capitalized in every possible way, keeping Vatra from getting any significant amount of time in the zone for the rest of the set. Vatra responded in Bounty by playing almost technically perfect. They took the blue star early and then utilized their range and superior zoning attacks to just bleed Tribe out of the set. It wasn't flashy, but it got the job done and equalized the series. Heist was the perfect decider because either team would probably feel robbed if they couldn't take the series. Tribe was up 1-0 at this point and had gotten some early damage onto the red safe. Vatra responded with an attack of their own, but eventually Easy Livy found an opening on the right side and just unleashed on the red safe. Tyrant and Zulon defended off the spawn and set up for another attack as they whittled down the defenses of Vatra. Easy Livy got 2 more good looks at the red safe and brought it below a quarter health, while Vatra could find no real angles to get any significant damage onto the blue safe in response. Tribe showed us why they have appeared in 3 out of the 4 cup finals thus far this season as they took the series 2-1. We have just 1 week of play left after this, and it's pretty clear that Tribe, Obey, Vatra, and West Coast have secured a place in the Open Finals. No Worlds team, which is actually Vanguard Gaming under a new name, are in a good spot alongside Reconic and STMN. Although STMN did have the misfortune of facing Tribe in the round of 16 in Cup 4, which hurt their points gain for sure. FA and Sidemans have certainly got some work to do if they want to secure a spot in the top 8. And with 2 cups left, that is very possible, so we'll be keeping a close eye on them. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have this week. I know, you're really sad, but you can check out all the links below to stay up to date on all of our Snapdragon Pro Series action. We'll see you next time.